LTN Hour. Let's talk NASCAR with your host, Todd Bailing, co-hosts Brian Schmidt, PJ Noodleman, and producer Dangerous Dan Margetta. Call the show anytime at 414-421-7901. And now, the creator and host of the fastest hour in radio, Todd Bailing.
Anchors away, my boys. Anchors away. Oh, I'm sorry. Lost it for just a second there. Hello there, everybody. Happy Father's Day. Todd Bailing in beautiful Greendale, Wisconsin. So you'll notice my quality is a little better than it was last week. My partners are spread out and yet together. Brian and Dan are at Road America today. What could you possibly be doing at Road America?
It's one of the biggest racing days of the year in the state of Wisconsin as we are at Road America for today's XPEL Grand Prix for the NTT IndyCar Series. Alex Palou from Chip Ganassi Racing and David Malukas from Team Penske will lead the field to green just after about 1:20 today for the big event. Massive crowds here, Dan, right? All week. It's been unbelievable.
Yeah, as normal. This is one of the bigger drawing races here of this track, and it's starting on Friday. We saw a lot of people here, and yesterday too, and as well today. They're still rolling in. It's a pretty big event here at Road America. Of course, they have that going on today, and then later on today we'll be at Slinger for the big Stars Tour race, and go on from there.
It's a busy weekend, and of course, PJ Noodleman from Wisconsin's left coast, Trempealeau, Wisconsin. Hi, PJ.
Hey, 67 and cloudy over here, but I will tell you I've seen more and more Road America license plates on this side of the state. So I imagine many people have made the trek up to where Brian and Dan are at right now.
I agree with that thing about the black plate, but now Wisconsin is offering a black plate. Some people got the Road America plate just because they wanted a black plate, and now they're offering a plain black plate.
I thought you couldn't discriminate.
Oh, stop. Well, now I'm not even going to go there. I got all kinds of silly, dumbass jokes I could have started using, but I'm going to leave it alone. Hey, we're racing on a road course, a brand new road course on a Navy base. Naval Base Coronado, San Diego, California. Perfect, spectacular weather, perfect setting, just absolutely wonderful TV views. And since it's a road course, you'll never guess who's on the pole. SVG, 90.809 miles an hour. It's a 3.4-mile road course with 16 turns. It took him, this is the fastest guy now, 2 minutes, 14.788 seconds to get around that place. And which leads to some very odd situations. My God, did you watch the Norp race yesterday? What a cluster and a half that was, I swear. Today's race is 255 miles. Doesn't sound like it'll take that long. However, if it was anything like yesterday's race, which included on the first lap driving over a manhole cover and having it lodge underneath the front of the Corey Day's Hendrick car. So I'm guessing because it was Hendrick, they threw a red. They allowed Corey Day's team to pull the manhole cover out, return it to the hole, have Navy personnel welded on like they should have in the first place, and then because the field ran around 4 laps before they called the red, after Corey Day finished working on the car, they had him run 4 laps around the track by himself to catch up on gas and tires, and then they allowed him to continue. What in the living
That sounds like monkeys having relations with a football.
With a football, yes, it certainly does. The call was made by Eric Peterson. Dan, is he in charge of the Norp series, or what's his role there?
I don't know 100% what it is. I mean, he's got something to do, obviously, because he made that call. It's hard that when he giving them the 4 laps back is kind of tough call because I mean I get why they did it because it was beyond their control and it was a track issue or something on the street course, which is not something we normally do. But somebody had a how many second lead at that time too, right? Do we give them that second lead back? No, you lose that because it happens. It's kind of a fine line of how much you want to go. I get stopping a race and fixing the issue and that, but I don't know about the 4 laps back. It's kind of tough. I remember Earnhardt, didn't he have something years ago and that they thought he had loose lug nuts or something or missing lug nuts or something like that, and they were spray painted a different color or something. They were wrong. I remember they threw a yellow and let him come back in.
I remember that.
Yeah, I mean, it was a long time ago, and that was kind of odd. I'm like, well, sometimes bad luck happens in racing, and that you can't make it right all the time because you run down the hole. That it's hard to do it for everybody. But I guess it's San Diego, and it's a new place and a new course and something we don't really do, so I guess I get that point of it too. It just seems odd.
Yes, it reminds me a little bit of that All-Star race where there was a big accident on the first lap and they allowed everybody to bring out their backup cars because it was just an exhibition race. This is not an exhibition race, but you have to make calls sometimes. And then, sometimes calls don't always make everybody happy. Sometimes you're just going to have to piss some people off and call it a day. And that's overall, I believe, the rest of the field was supportive of this decision, believe it or not, even though a couple of them mentioned, well, it was a Hendrick car after all. So, I suppose there's always that to think about. This is going to be the last race for Prime, and it's going to have a late start to 3:29 this afternoon. But before that, we've got the Indy cars at Road America. That will be on Fox 120, like Brian mentioned, 127 is the green there. So that'll be over with and done before Prime starts. And then, of course, tonight, Slinger Speedway gets underway. The Truck Series is going to be racing at 5 o'clock, and the big ASA Stars Tour feature 325 laps at Slinger. If that doesn't get you dizzy, nothing will. That gets underway about 7 o'clock. You can watch it on streaming on your choice of either Track TV, which is the major outfit, or because Slinger is contracted to Flow, it will be simulcast on both streaming services. So you will be able to watch the race today. Let's see. Where do we begin? They had problems with the tires. I don't see it as a problem as much as another factor to throw in to make this a strategic event. There is a tremendous fall off on these tires after 6 to 8 laps, which is a problem in itself. But then they marble real bad. We have a in some cases, very narrow racing surface, 1.5 cars wide, it looks to me. And by putting all these marbles down, it's going to narrow the racing surface up even more. That's just crazy.
Which to me is kind of, I mean, looking at the whole naval base and how they laid this track out is really puzzling to me. You have airport runways, and if you remember back in the 90s, we ran at Burke Lakefront Airport with IndyCar, and you could sit in the stands and watch the whole track from one location. And that was kind of what I was hoping they were going to do here, because there's plenty. I mean, I'm looking at a Google Maps video image of the place right now, and why they laid this track out, how they did there is really puzzling to me. And it's almost to me like they're more worried about where they put a camera and what it's going to show versus what your competition is going to be on the track, which I think is ridiculous, because if you had a wide surface and you'd be on the same surface because runways are the same, you could have more competition. It would be a better race, and you wouldn't have to have such tight concrete. I mean, the Indy cars at Burke Lakefront Airport, there was no concrete for them to hit. And here you have cars blasting into the walls and moving the walls, and I mean, it's just, I don't know. To me, I was expecting much better out of this, and so far it hasn't been, and it's been really disappointing what you could have had versus what they're giving us.
Well, Brian, as you well know, NASCAR loves manufactured drama, so there you are.
They do.
Yeah.
They absolutely do. Hey, there's a little bit of a hill here. 4 tires, 4 wheels off the ground at the same time. Makes for some great pictures. but oh my God, what a not perfect surface we have. We'll be back.
If you love loud, this is your weekend. The Cheese Capital Cup featuring Trans Am Speed Tour hits Road America June 26th through the 28th with pure American muscle. Big engines, big attitude, and racing that's anything but subtle. Bring your squad and let the V8s do the talking. The Cheese Capital Cup, June 26th through the 28th. Tickets at roadamerica.com. Turn it up.
As a growing manufacturing company, we needed security solutions. We chose Bonafide because of the services they offer, pricing, and trusted reputation. But it's their outstanding service and support that convinced us we made the right choice at Bonafide.
When businesses need security, they contact Bonafide Security Solutions. From locks and alarms to safes and surveillance, we do it all. We are Bonafide. We protect what you value. For your free security survey, call us today or visit BonafideSafe.com.
The summer heat is on, and PMF Landscape Supply in West Bend has everything you need with fresh mulch arriving daily. From premium hardwood mulch to hemlock and pine bark to EnviroMulch in red, gold, chocolate brown, and black colors. PMF also has a large variety of decorative stone and granite, as well as field stone, topsoil, and compost. For all your landscaping needs, visit PMF Landscape Supply, 5470 River Road in West Bend. Call 262-338-8800. Or visit pmflandscape.com. Friends of racing for many years. PMF Landscape Supply in West Bend.
Chimney Mechanics installs and services wood, natural gas, propane, pellet stoves, and chimneys. We service all of Wisconsin, the UP, and Northern Illinois. We repair all brands and all models of fireplaces, no matter where you bought it. We do custom chimney caps, liners, chimney fire repairs, water and stonework, water leak repairs, and replacement dampers. We do new construction and insurance work. No job is too big or too small. ChimneyMechanics.com. That's Chimney Mechanics with an X. Check us out on Facebook.
I really do hate to bring the mood down here, but we're celebrating Father's Day today, and to all my fellow fathers, it's a special day for us. And if you have a dad, be very happy you do. I don't, and I think of him today more than usual. But as far as it being a hard day for all of us, Dan Margetta's dad is at home hospice, and it's likely going to be his last Father's Day. We know it's coming. It's got to be incredibly hard for Dan, who is running around, running cameras at different racetracks, doing radio, and having all this go on at the same time. Dan, we're thinking about you. We're thinking about your dad. It's incredibly hard even to think about, let alone to have to deal with. And we want you to know we're thinking of you today too.
Thanks. It's we're getting through it. I mean, it's you knew this day was going to come, and just you were ready for it, I guess. And hopefully, it'll be peaceful, and we can go on.
Hug your dads today. Let's put it that way. Christopher Bell is racing today with his broken, wrist, bruised foot, broken left wrist, and he has Brent Cruz standing by. You say to yourself, well, he raced last week at Pocono. Well, he did, except this is a complete different set of circumstances on a road course. It's got to be incredibly hard. I don't know how he's going to make it, especially, can you imagine yesterday with that cluster that was the Norp race? They not only did we have a very, very long race, but we had a couple of reds in there to fix things in the middle. If they didn't piss in their pants in that race yesterday, they never will. Nobody talked about it, but they were sitting in those cars, and it was hot, and it was hard for them to be doing it, and it was just a crazy race. We have to keep in the back of your mind that today could really be disastrous if we don't watch out. If there's any more reds, if there's circumstances beyond our control, like there was yesterday, I don't know. Did we get through the truck race all right on Friday?
Well, they had a lot of issues there. Did they have a red in that one? They may have.
I think we did have a red, didn't we? Friday in the truck series, he calls him, he gets out and he says, there's another one for Lane Van Rigsbergen. Lane Riggs wins it and as with a tip of the cat to SVG. Tyler Reif is the one that I was impressed with. Kid almost won. Who? I don't. You guys, I know, are probably well aware of everything this guy's ever done, but if you are, you're in a minority.
I think he was in that Dodge show, wasn't he? He was the one that like lipped off to. Didn't he lip off to? Who's the main guy in that? For Colleague Motorsports? Yeah, he like lipped off the first time and kind of put himself in the doghouse right away. And I mean, everybody kind of got the. I mean, I did watching it. I'm like, oh, this kid's got an edge to him, you know.
Mm-hmm.
So not a fan right away.
But then again, it's manufactured drama. But
True.
Yes.
True that. And Riggs put pressure on him, and he couldn't handle the pressure. Is basically what it is. He overdrove a turn, and it cost him the race. But hey, there was something I wanted to mention here. Interesting piece of strategy in the truck race. The Thor Sport trucks, the 88 and 99, elected to only put 4 lug nuts on the last stop so they could get out faster and improve their track position, because they knew the only penalty they were going to get for only having 4 lug nuts on the truck is the loss of pit selection at Lime Rock the next race. Do I have that pretty close there, PJ?
Sounds close.
All right. Interesting bit of strategy. Probably worked out. Where did Ty end up? Was he top 5?
5th. Yep,
Fifth?
he ended up 5th. But the whole time on the radio, it was Joe saying, go hard, but save me fuel. Save me fuel. It's like,
what
okay.
Which is it? Yeah, thanks. That makes it a lot.
I got a little frustrated at one point, and he said, just give me the numbers. I need the numbers.
Oh, that's
he wanted to know kind of what it was, so he could adjust accordingly.
Then the Norp series, as we mentioned, raced yesterday. Austin Hill, a very emotional for Austin, emotional for Richard Childress. Came back. He did a bunch of donuts by the number 8 in the track that was painted in one of the corners as a heads up to Kyle Busch, and it was also a very good race for Carson Kvapil, and I think he end up 4th. Taylor Gray boogered the shit out of Carson Kvapil and carried him up, and just how did Kvapil get out of that truck and be so nice? I think he's had that NASCAR Kool-Aid. He knows what to say. He didn't act mad at Taylor Gray. He smiled the whole time. It probably helped that he had a few minutes to, compose himself. But
I think they had a conversation. I mean, you got to at least have a conversation with the guy, and he knows how to do it. How to move up, and he wants to do that kind of stuff. But on the other hand, it's happened a couple times now, and when he's in line for a win, he's gotten moved by people, and you can't let that keep going on, because that'll continue to go on. You're gonna have to put your foot down one of these times. And he did a little bit there, but maybe not be so forgiving on the racetrack going forward to certain people.
There you go. And Taylor Gray, the guy that got Kvapil in a perfect karma setting, was moved by Austin Hill, and therefore lost to Hill. Sam Mayer apologized to all the trucks that he apparently he acknowledged the fact that he screwed up and started the massive accident. I didn't see anything unusually terrible myself. It was a racing thing. It's nice that he went over and apologized to everybody on television and personally. He walked up to as many guys as he could and took blame for the accident. It's a narrow surface. It's a first time. It's a crazy race. I don't even know that he needed to apologize, but he did. So kudos to him for that. It's the first day of summer, the longest day of the year. Enjoy it. We'll be right back.
From racing engines to street engines, long blocks to turnkey packages, or complete custom engines. Just ask and Wagner Automotive can fill your needs. All backed by many years of racing experience. These years of experience have provided reliability and performance that customers need to win races. Wagner's has been building championship winning engines for top teams from NASCAR to short tracks in your backyard. This expertise has carried over to street engines they supply to top custom car builders. The Wagner Company, in the heart of Wisconsin, is outfitted with the state-of-the-art machinery necessary to design, manufacture, build, and test custom engines and their accessory parts. Dyno services are independently available for anyone needed to test their engine. Wagner's Company can also provide you or your company with production CNC machining or welding services. All your questions and requests are handled personally by Casey Wagner. Just give us a call at 920-394-3557 or visit our website at WagnerAutomotive.com.
Miller Sales and Service of Random Lake is where to go for a trailer no matter what you're hauling. Tom and Jerry Miller have been selling trailers from B&B, Trophy, and Bravo for over 50 years. Quality and integrity is what put them on the map on the corner of 57 and K since 1939. Home of the number 89 dirt and asphalt cars of Brad Miller. That's Miller Sales and Service. It's where to go for a trailer just 20 minutes north of Milwaukee. Call them 920-994-4358.
If you love loud, this is your weekend. The Cheese Capital Cup featuring Trans Am Speed Tour hits Road America June 26th through the 28th with pure American muscle. Big engines, big attitude, and racing that's anything but subtle. Bring your squad and let the V8s do the talking. The Cheese Capital Cup, June 26th through the 28th. Tickets at roadamerica.com. Turn it up.
As a growing manufacturing company, we needed security solutions. We chose Bonafide because of the services they offer, pricing, and trusted reputation. But it's their outstanding service and support that convinced us we made the right choice with Bonafide.
When businesses need security, they contact Bonafide Security Solutions. From locks and alarms to safes and surveillance, we do it all. We are Bonafide. We protect what you value. For your free security survey, call us today or visit bonafidesafe.com.
A fan jumped the fence and went out onto the racetrack during one of the Reds yesterday. Just awesome. My level okay, you guys?
Yeah, a little quiet.
I don't know what happened. Oh, well. Unusually, this guy's standing out on the wrist. Remember the time, wasn't it Pocono?
No, it was at Watkins Glen when the fan jumped the fence and asked Matt for an autograph.
Okay. Yeah, that was pretty crazy in itself. He went out and asked for Matt Kent's autograph. I don't know what has happened here, but all of a sudden this is happening. Two major events happened this week for the silly season. One was that Jesse Love is announced as the new driver of the number 21 car for the Wood Brothers. Ford doesn't need a feeder system. Ford can afford to just wait because the other feeder systems don't have enough rides for people to take them after they develop drivers and make sure they're in decent rides and learn their craft. If you'll remember when Jesse Love raced at Slinger Speedway back when he was he 15 or 16, Dan, the first time he came there?
Yeah, I think he might have been, I don't know if he's quite 16, but I know he was super young because it was kind of impressive when he actually won the feature.
He showed up. He was a Toyota program guy, and at the time, the Wimmers provided him with a Toyota for him to drive at Slinger Speedway. Showed up one night just because of where he qualified and where the lineup ended up. He started on the pole and led every lap. Either way, a 75 lapper for a kid that young, and he did a nice job. And he was very respectful, and everybody, he made friends that night like he's probably never had before. And but that was a Toyota. Then he goes to NASCAR and he ends up in Richard Childress's Chevrolet, where he wins a championship in the Norp Series. And now there's no room in a Chevrolet, so he's going to be moving over to Ford, driving a pseudo Penske car next year. Boy, we could almost make that a whole segment talking about what will this do for his career? The only one that's really come out of the Wood brothers over the last 4 or 5 drivers they've had is Ryan Blaney. Everyone else has failed miserably. Why is that if that's a Penske car? Anyone?
I don't know. I mean, I don't know what the real reason is. But you look at the people that have been out there. You had Matt DiBenedetto was in that car. Paul Menard is in that car. Those two guys really didn't do anything in any cars they were in. You had Josh Berry did win a race. Won a race fairly quickly after he took that ride over, and then they've kind of just tapered off now. And it's really hard because Ford, Penske as a whole isn't doing anything right now. None of their cars are really running worth a crap. So, I don't know. But, when you want to move up to the Cup Series, if Jesse doesn't take this ride, how long does he wait? And what would he get? And if you're looking at a Wood Brothers ride versus an RCR car right now, I think I'd take the Wood Brothers car. I really do, because RCR really doesn't show much of anything with any of their stuff, and they haven't for years.
Don't forget about Trevor Bayne winning the Daytona 500 too.
Oh yeah, that was before Matt. That was before Menard, right?
Yeah, and then you had Blaney in the middle there too. Remember Ryan Blaney came up for that car?
Yeah.
Yeah, and he won a couple times in that car.
It's still it's the Wood brothers supposedly are the owners of the charter, but the car is operated right out of Penske's shop. So, it's since it's a Penske car, you have to look at everybody that's there. Nobody's really doing very good. Joey Logano isn't doing good. I wouldn't replace him, but he's really doing a very substandard job. Every time there's an accident, he seems to find it. But these are just circumstances. Let's talk about Cindric. Does he belong in that car anymore just because Daddy's running the show?
Every time it's about, you think about getting rid of him, he finds a way to win a race. That's what he's been able to do. He's got a Daytona 500 win. He's got a win at Gateway. I think he's got a Talladega win too, I think. I think he's got 3 Cup wins to his credit. So, every time you think he should be done, he finds a way to win.
Okay, you win, but that went a longer way in the past when that win put you in the playoffs automatically. That's not like that anymore. You're going to have to be more consistent. And that's where I think Joey Logano's really figuring out now. We can't just cruise through a regular season, win a race, and pour it on in the playoffs anymore. And it stands out more if you're not consistently up front every week. Although it's hard to do now because it's Toyotas. It seems it's the 11 and the 45 pretty much have it wrapped up. But on the Ford side, like you said, other than Ryan Blaney at Penske, I'm not sure who else has really stepped up to par for Penske.
By the way, Brian had sent our little text group a thing that a place called NASCAR Bible announced that Jesse Love was going to get the 21 car. And we all kind of looked at each other thinking, who is this NASCAR Bible? Well, what do they have? Well, it turns out that they were right. It took a week or so for it to get announced, but you have Jesse Love going to be a new Ford guy. So it's interesting. Now, at the same time, speaking of Fords, it turns out it's a pretty big day for Ford because they were able to hang on to Chris Buescher, who had talked to many teams about going elsewhere to race. He re-signed with Roush freaking Keselowski Racing. It's an unspecified amount of years. All they're saying was he's signed and he's not going anywhere. I think this is a major thing for Ford to keep Buescher. He's very highly regarded in the sport by everybody, probably because he's so easy to work with and he's such a relentless driver. So good for both of them. And also this week, we got some bad news. Steve Wade passed away. If you don't know the name, he was a NASCAR writer, worked for the Grand National scene, the Winston Cup scene. He was a very prolific guy, passed away at 77 years of age of cancer this week. And so for him, it's a bad day that way. We're glad you're tuned in. We're going to take a break. We'll come back. We're going to have a special guest on the program. Hang in there.
As America turns 250, it's great to see the stars and stripes waving in the breeze, especially when the breeze includes a little dirt. Let's go racing! Plymouth Dirt Track Racing. The Super 6 late models return Saturday night with driver intros, plus 360 sprints, V-Mods, and Grand Nationals.
Check out PlymouthDTR.com for details. The Saturday night tradition, Plymouth Dirt Track Racing.
Miller Sales and Service of Random Lake is where to go for a trailer, no matter what you're hauling. Tom and Jerry Miller have been selling trailers from B&B, Trophy, and Bravo for over 50 years. Quality and integrity is what put them on the map on the corner of 57 and K since 1939. Home of the number 89 dirt and asphalt cars of Brad Miller. That's Miller Sales and Service. It's where to go for a trailer, just 20 minutes north of Milwaukee. Call them 920-994-4358.
The summer heat is on, and PMF Landscape Supply in West Bend has everything you need with fresh mulch arriving daily. From premium hardwood mulch to hemlock and pine bark to EnviroMulch in red, gold, chocolate brown, and black colors. PMF also has a large variety of decorative stone and granite, as well as field stone, topsoil, and compost. For all your landscaping needs, visit PMF Landscape Supply, 5470 River Road in West Bend. Call 262-338-8800 or visit pmflandscape.com. Friends of racing for many years. PMF Landscape Supply in West Bend.
Chimney Mechanics installs and services wood, natural gas, propane, pellet stoves, and chimneys. We service all of Wisconsin, the UP, and Northern Illinois. We repair all brands and all models of fireplaces, no matter where you bought it. We do custom chimney caps, liners, chimney fire repairs, water and stonework, water leak repairs, and replacement dampers. We do new construction and insurance work. No job is too big or too small. ChimneyMechanics.com. That's Chimney Mechanics with an X. Check us out on Facebook.
We come back out of break, and I'm not real sure if we're good to go here or not. Matt, you got our guest? Hello, Matt.
Bob is there. Hi, Bob.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Hello.
Bob Sargent is joining us on the program today. Longtime friend of the show, working the race at Slinger Speedway tonight. And I don't know if you have any shorter tracks on your schedule, Bob, but this one is there's a lot of action in 325 laps.
Yes, there's a lot of action. High banked, fast, really good for the fans, and the teams like it too. So exciting track. But we do go to Anderson, Indiana, remind a lot of that, and then we do a dirt track, Macon, Illinois, that's similar. So we do have some small tracks on our schedules.
Big week of racing here, Bob. A couple big super late model races in a couple days here. I guess just give us a little thumbnail sketch for the fans out there that aren't familiar with the ASA Stars Tour, so what they're going to see when these guys come to town the next 2 days.
Yeah, this is the Sucker Punch ASA National Tour. We kind of took the three regional tours, meaning Southern Super Series, Midwest Tour, and the CRA group, and combined them into a national series. They race 12 times a year, pretty well around the from Florida up through Wisconsin here. These are the only two Wisconsin races for the national tour. Again, 12 races. They just came from Hickory, North Carolina. And so anyway, kind of the best of the best. We're really proud of the drivers that follow this series. So it'll be a really exciting race with some national drivers here.
And you got some up-and-comers. I mean, Jade Avedisian is on the lineup for today, and for fans that don't recognize her, me being a dirt guy, I recognize her from running midgets and all that stuff, and she's getting this is her rookie year running the national tour, correct?
It is her rookie year. She did really do a lot of dirt racing, really good driver. Toyota took an eye to her, so she's back. Who knows where she's going to end up, but a good female driver here in a Wilson car. So, just the list here today is phenomenal. Of course, Ty Majeski. We all know about Ty being from this area and what he's done in his career. So just a lot of up-and-comers, some veterans that have been racing for a long time, whether it be Stephen Nassy made the trip up here. So just really look for a good day.
And the fans who show up tonight get a chance to actually meet these drivers. So you have your qualifying. We're going to have a truck race, but then the unique thing that the Stars Tour does is that they get all the cars on the track, and the fans get to come out and actually get autographs and meet and greet with the drivers before the main event, correct?
Yeah, that's been really, really popular. And we'll have the autograph session at 5:40 to 6:20. You mentioned the truck series. So the Midwest Truck Series is here with a lot of trucks today. They got a full field, and their race will be at 5 o'clock, 50 laps. Again, for a full day of Father's Day, we always encourage the whole family to come out and enjoy Father's Day here after they eat a good lunch and the dinner. So practice starts, at 12 noon here, so there'll be action going on all day long. And, again, the autograph session's at 5:40.
And then one of the questions we have to ask, because I know a lot of the fans from around here are going to want to know, when we see the list of cars that are there, we don't see a lot of our local guys that run at Slinger and run the Midwest Tour there. I guess from your side of the fence, what would be the reason you would give the fans why a lot of the local guys don't necessarily want to run these races?
Well, I don't know any one reason. Something we didn't touch on yet, but the double header here. So we go to Madison on Tuesday, a special Tuesday night race at Madison. 4 or 5 of the guys that aren't here today are going to be at Madison. So, I just think there's several reasons, as we talked. Let's just be up front. This is the national tour. So some of the rules are just a touch different. It is a different tire. It's a lot of laps out here. And then probably the biggest thing is these local guys race a lot in this area. So, they've been racing here 3 or 4 days. They only got so much budget, so maybe they took this one off. I think every one of them probably has a little bit different reason, but you're going to see, again, a really stacked field here today and a great race. And we have some locals here, whether it be Justin Mondyke, Nason. I mean, there's several here. So, I think that this national tour is just a really grueling tour for everybody. Hello?
All right. Well, hopefully it should be a fun evening here tonight, Bob. Fans can come on out. Give us an idea of what time the race is at 7 o'clock tonight and on Tuesday night.
Yes, both nights. Yep. So if they want information, they can go to the ASA Stars website. They can go to each track's website. Probably yours. They can go to Track Enterprises. And again, both races are evening night races. A lot of cars are going to be there. Again, the autograph session, as you mentioned. So we invite everybody to come on out and enjoy the Father's Day here. And then Madison on Tuesday night and Grundy County July 2nd. So we've got a lot of racing going on up in this area.
Fantastic. Hey, Bob, I got to tell you, I'm looking forward to seeing Jade Evedizian for the first time. She's a very exciting young driver. And I think if you say she's an exciting young female driver, I think that would probably piss her off. She's an exciting young driver, and she certainly has the talent. She's in a good car. She's going to have a shot to win this thing tonight, and we're pretty excited to see all that. Hey, thanks for being on. We consider you one of our insiders here on LTN, so we'll call you again in the near future.
Anytime. We'd like to keep in touch with everything in this area, and I appreciate you guys supporting auto racing.
You bet. Bob Sargent, who's promoting the race today for Marty Millo and the gang over at Slinger Speedway, and always a friend of racing, let's put it that way. Doing his best to keep the fire burning for everybody. We are going to head that way this afternoon. I'm not sure what time. Brian, did you have the schedule in front of you, or Dan? I know the truck race starts at 5. What time is qualifying?
Qualifying is like at 4 o'clock, I think. It's a 4 o'clock qualifying, truck race at 5, and then the Stars race at 7 o'clock. Okay. So once we get rolling, it should be a pretty quick evening getting through. Last year, they said the 300-lap race took about 59 minutes, we were told. So, I mean, laps go quick at Slinger, and it's always got to keep on your toes.
You certainly do. I tell you what, we're going to take a break right now. We've got lots of results coming your way. It's like the Casey Johnson show or something. We'll be right back.
It's Father's Day. Give Dad what he really wants. Racing. It's a huge doubleheader with the Appalachian Sucker Punch ASA Stars National Tour. Father's Day Sunday, June 21st. Slinger Super Speedway for the Badger State 325. Plus the Midwest Truck Series and an on-track autograph session before the big race. Then on Tuesday, June 23rd, Madison International Speedway for the Capital 200. Plus a driver meet and greet autograph session before the race. Don't miss your chance to see the best best in super late model racing. Get tickets and full info now. StarsNationalTour.com.
As America turns 250, it's great to see the stars and stripes waving in the breeze, especially when the breeze includes a little dirt. Let's go racing!
Plymouth Dirt Track Racing. The Super 6 late models return Saturday night with driver intros, plus 360 sprints, V-Mods, and Grand Nationals. 3 American flags for all in kids' Hot Wheels races. Dirt flies at 5:30. Tickets $15 for adults. Kids 11 and under free with paying adults. Check out PlymouthDTR.com for details. The Saturday night tradition. Plymouth Dirt Track Racing.
As a growing manufacturing company, we needed security solutions. We chose Bonafide because of the services they offer, pricing, and trusted reputation. But it's their outstanding service and support that convinced us we made the right choice with Bonafide.
When businesses need security, they contact Bonafide Security Solutions. From locks and alarms to safes and surveillance, we do it all. We are Bonafide. We protect what you value. For your free security survey, call us today or visit BonafideSafe.com.
The summer heat is on, and PMF Landscape Supply in West Bend has everything you need with fresh mulch arriving daily. From premium wood mulch to hemlock and pine bark to EnviroMulch in red, gold, chocolate brown, and black colors. PMF also has a large variety of decorative stone and granite, as well as field stone, topsoil, and compost. For all your landscaping needs, visit PMF Landscape Supply, 5470 River Road in West Bend. Call 262-338-8800 or visit pmflandscape.com. Friends of racing for many years. PMF Landscape Supply in West Bend. And
now the LTN Hour presents Dirt on the Dirt with Brian Schmidt.
Very busy week of dirt track racing in the upper Midwest. We'll start Monday at Wilmot, Wisconsin for the UMP Summer Nationals. $5,000 to win for the super late models. Jaden Fryer won in the modified. It's also Monday in Orville, Ohio, the Wayne County Speedway for the All-Star Circuit of Champions Ohio Sprint Speed Week. Caleb Henry grabbed the win there. We'll go to Tuesday night up in Eagle River, Wisconsin. The USRA Limited Lates, Lucas Peterson was your winner. IMSA Stock Cars was Dustin White. West Liberty, Iowa, the big half mile for the UMP Summer Nationals, $5,000 to win. Chris Simpson grabbed the win there. Bechtelsville, Pennsylvania, Grandview Speedway for the USAC Amsoil National Sprint Car Series had their Eastern Storm. Kyle Cummins picked up the win there. West Lebanon, New York, the Mr. Dirt Track USA for the Super Dirt Car Series Big Block Modifieds, $15,500 to win. Stuart Friesen grabbed the win there. Wednesday night, Brandon, South Dakota, the Huset's Speedway for the World of Outlaw NOS Energy Drink Sprint Car Series. Huset's Hustle, preliminary feature night number 1, $20,000 to win. That went to Buddy Kofoid. Thursday night, Francis Crick, Wisconsin, the 141 Speedway. Their kickoff to the big World of Outlaw late model weekend. They had a $1,500 to win. Late grabbed the win there. And Thursday night in Brandon, South Dakota, Huset's Speedway, the Huset's Hustle, $150,000 to win for the World of Outlaw Sprint Cars. Buddy Kofoid continued his domination of that track, picking up that big Thursday check. Friday night up at Chilton Gravity Park. In the Ellis Late Models, Mark Hopner was your winner. Grand Nationals, Jeff Muehlbauer. Modifieds, Noah Shep. And the Legends was Hayden Schmull. Darlington, Wisconsin, the Lafayette County Speedway. The Limited Lates was DJ Sweet. IMSA Mods was Jed Furberger. Farmer City, Illinois, the UMP Summer Nationals, $10,000 to win. Jason Fager picked up the win in that one. In the Modifieds, it was Michael Long. Salina, Oklahoma, the Salina High Banks for the MLRA Super Late Models. Jonathan Davenport was your winner. World of Outlaws were supposed to run at 141. Dan and I were up there, but it rained after the first heat for that $12,000 to win race, so they were not able to make that one up. They just moved on to Saturday night. Lake Odessa, Michigan, Friday night at the I-96 Speedway for the IRA 410 Sprints. Clinton Boyles was your winner. Mechanicsville, Pennsylvania, the Williams Grove Speedway for the USAC Amsoil National Sprint Car Eastern Storm. Mitchell Moles was your winner. The 410 Sprints went to Freddie Raymer. And in Brandon, South Dakota, they started the Huset's High Bank Nationals, a separate event, another $20,000 win preliminary feature, and Sheldon Houdenchild was your winner there. Last night at Plymouth in the MSA 360 Sprints, Kevin Karnitz was your winner. The Wingless Sprints was Seth Johnson. Grand Nationals was Nick Schumacher. Up at New Richmond, Wisconsin, Cedar Lake Speedway. And the Modifieds, Caden Blauser continued his domination of that. Rice Lake for the Wissota Mods, Blake Anderson was your winner. The USRA Limited Lates went to Stephen O'Brien Jr. Up at Ashland ABC Raceway, the Wissota Modifieds, Nick Oskarevich was your winner. Francis Crick last night, 141 Speedway for the World of Outlaw Late Models, $25,000 to win feature. They battled a lot of weather there. I mean, it was a 60-lap race, and on lap 31, it rained, but so briefly That's the first time I've seen dirt do that, where they stopped the race, guys went back to the pits, they came back out and ran it, and Bobby Pierce just kicked everybody's ass, Dan, right?
Yeah, it felt like a stage break or something like we had in NASCAR, and we all went back to the pits, and then it was because the top 3 guys stopped at the trailer, and the rest of the field went back to their own haulers, and those guys are complaining, hey, they're going to go work on their cars. You got to let us do it too, and eventually we saw the discussion going on, and they reminded us to go back.
Yeah, Steve Francis is the race director for the World of Outlaws, and Bob Pierce, Bobby's dad, is the main guy for Bobby Pierce, and those two were having a heated discussion. All we had to do was look over their shoulder and see it, and finally Steve was like, yeah, go ahead, go back to your trailer. And everyone went back there and changed everything around and went back out, and they ran 29 laps without any interference, and the whole thing was done by about 9 o'clock. IMSA stock cars were the undercard. Sean Kilgore won that one. Peeville, Missouri last night, I-55 Speedway for the Summer Nationals, 10,000 win. Cade Dillard was your winner. Salina, Oklahoma, the Salina High Banks, another 10,000 win for the MLRA Super Lates. Jonathan Davenport swept that weekend. Maryville, Tennessee, the Smoky Mountain Speedway for the Lucas Oil Late Model Dirt Series. Dale McDowell grabbed the $30,000 to win there. Quincy, Michigan, Butler Motor Speedway for the IRA 410 Sprints. Brock Hallett was your winner over Travis Aarons, who finished second. Alger, Washington, here we go to the big money. Skagit Speedway for the NARC King of the West Dirt Cup. $100,000 to win for the 410 Sprints. Brad Sweet. And the big money race, I think, of the entire season, was in Brandon, South Dakota, the Huset's High Bank Nationals for the World of Outlaw Sprint Cars. $300,000 to win that last night, and David Gravel kept the money home. David Gravel's car is owned by the guy that owns Huset's Speedway, so they kept the money in-house, picking up the big $300,000 check last night. And that is everything for this week.
On to the asphalt side of things. Thursday night at Kaukauna, Wisconsin International Raceway. Late model feature winner was Brent Strelka. The red race of the red, white, and blue Super Late Model Series was picked up by Casey Johnson for Chase Motorsports. On Friday, Golden Sands was rained out. Madison was in action, though, with double features, and Casey Johnson winning them both for a clean sweep. At Norway Speedway up in Michigan, late model winner on Friday night was Joey Pompriand. And then yesterday, the ARCA race at Berlin, Michigan. The winner was Le Douche Canoe. Max Reeves, congratulations, and not as mouthy in victory lane, really. Grundy County Speedway had a pair of super late model features. Rich Bickle picking up the first, and Ricky Baker the second. Yeah. I think this is, we're staging and setting up the tee for the fourth. Marshfield Speedway had super late models in action last night. Jared DeBoer was your winner there. Jefferson Speedway with a pair of late model features. Your winner for the first was Casey Johnson.
That 4 features in 3 days?
And the second feature was won by Carson Phillips, who is out of the Casey Johnson Racing camp. So that was, you can call that a half a win for him as well, too, right? And then Elko had late models in action. Grant Brown picked up the win up at Elko. And the Dells in action, modified feature winner was Jason Stark. The late model feature winner was Andrew Borntrager. The CWRA super late models were there with double features. Tyler Sauter picking up the first, and Mark Mackesy the second. And of course, as we've already talked quite a bit, today is the Father's Day ASA Stars National Tour race at Slinger. Super Lates and the Midwest Tour truck series is going to be there. Excuse me, the Midwest Truck Series. And then Tuesday, Madison, the Midwest Tour will be in action there, or the ASA Stars National Tour there for the Capital 200. And that's all going to be on Track TV.
Quite a stretch for Casey Johnson here, would you say?
No kidding. No kidding.
Yeah, that's
just a little unfortunate that he hasn't decided to run either of the super late events this week. And
all those races he won was in a regular late model too, by the way. Yeah. Hey, I just wanted to mention there are a couple of developmental drivers. Now we've learned by watching the career of Jesse Love that the development programs may or may not actually produce a driver that drives that sort of car in the future. However, some car owners have their own developmental programs. 2 of them are going to be heard from today at Slinger Speedway. Tristan McKee he's a developmental driver for Spire Motorsports. They have contracted with Richie Waters Racing, and Richie is providing cars for Tristan McKee. This kid certainly seems to have a lot of talent, for sure. And the other name, which I was kind of unaware of, is a young man by the name of Carson Brown, who's done very well in the ASA Star Series, and he is a Richard Childress Racing development driver.
He's been running a lot of the late model stock car series down in North Carolina. He's been throwing his hat into a lot of different racing series as well, too.
Pretty impressive.
Had several ARCA wins already this year.
Correct.
Wow, pretty impressive.
And he runs with Anthony Campy Racing in the Stars Tour Series.
So he's in a good car.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
Yep. And Jade Avedisian is a Toyota development driver, so she is part of the Toyota development program.
Ah, there you go. If she's still around by the time there's a a ride available in the Toyotas. We're going to take a break and be back. We're glad you're listening. Hang in there.
This Father's Day, give Dad what he really wants. Racing. It's a huge doubleheader with the Appalachian Sucker Punch ASA Stars National Tour. Father's Day Sunday, June 21st. Slinger Super Speedway for the Badger State 325. Plus the Midwest Truck Series and an on-track autograph session before the big race. Then on Tuesday, June 23rd, Madison International Speedway for the Capital 200. Plus a driver meet and greet autograph session before the race. Don't miss your chance to see the best in super late model racing. Get tickets and full info now. StarsNationalTour.com.
Miller Sales and Service of Random Lake is where to go for a trailer, no matter what you're hauling. Tom and Jerry Miller have been selling trailers from B&B, Trophy, and Bravo for over 50 years. Quality and integrity is what put them on the map on the corner of 57 and K since 1939. Home of the number 80 dirt and asphalt cars of Brad Miller. That's Miller Sales and Service. It's where to go for a trailer, just 20 minutes north of Milwaukee. Call them 920-994-4358.
From racing engines to street engines, long blocks to turnkey packages, or complete custom engines, just ask and Wagner Automotive can fill your needs. All backed by many years of racing experience. Wagner's experience have provided reliability and performance that customers need to win races. Wagner's has been building championship-winning engines for top teams from NASCAR to short tracks in your backyard. This expertise has carried over to street engines they supply to top custom car builders. The Wagner Company, in the heart of Wisconsin, is outfitted with the state-of-the-art machinery necessary to design, manufacture, build, and test custom engines and their accessory parts. Dyno services are independently available for anyone needed to test their engine. Wagner's Company can also provide you or your company with production CNC machining or welding services. All your questions and requests are handled personally by Casey Wagner. Just give us a call at 920-394-3557 or visit our website at WagnerAutomotive.com.
And welcome back to LTN. Sorry about the crazy levels here. We're trying to fix it, but sometimes it's not easy. A couple of things. Today, I'm going through my notes here. Sorry about that. The couple of things to remember about today's race. There's 3 open cars in the field. Corey Heim is going to be driving the 67 car. He starts 13th. Kevin Magnuson, he never did anything spectacular in Formula One, did he? You guys?
Not in Formula One. Well, he ran for the Haas team, but he's more known for his IMSA stuff. He won a lot of races with the IMSA back when Ganassi was running them in 2020, 2021 era.
He's going to drive that 91 car today. He starts right in the middle of the pack, basically 21st. And Jimmy Johnson is there. He had a pretty good run in the truck series, but really he's qualified 36th out of 39 cars for this one. It's his home track. He grew up right on the street.
Wait a minute. I thought that they could only pick one race that they were going to run.
Yeah. Well, there's
people that are
Jimmy
people that are
Johnson
running for points. So Jimmy doesn't run for points in any series, so you can run more than one. If you are dedicated to a certain series, you could only run that series this weekend. But if you're not dedicated to any series, you could run as much as you want.
I wonder why they didn't put Corey Heim in a truck then.
Oh, he's not running for points.
Yeah, that's Jimmy Johnson drove that truck. Actually, he drove the one truck.
I guess Jimmy Johnson trumps Corey Heim.
Well,
yeah,
in California probably.
He does have a resume to fall back on. There's
that.
Yeah, California.
I don't know about that, but they say today the longer the green flag run goes will increase SVG's advantage because he's so good at managing his tires on road courses. Keeping that in mind, we have kind of all agreed that our picks today, not one of us is going to take SVG because it's way too obvious. It's too easy to take the guy.
Well, do you know what, though? I was just going to say this, that part of the reason, because we were talking about this at the top of the show, and Brian mentioned, why did they make this convoluted track? Part of that was probably in an effort to try to make it harder for SV, but I don't think they knew his superpowers really well.
Can you imagine designing a track just because you hope one guy won't be at an advantage? Crazy.
Yeah, if you wanted to make it so that it wasn't for SVG, make it round.
Perfect.
In the meantime, we're probably going to have a lot of guys eating the wall.
Yeah.
Yeah. Keeping that in mind, I'm taking Connor Zilish to win his first race today. Ooh. I turn it over to my team. Who else would like to make a pick?
Well, you know who I'm going with. I'm going to take Blaney.
Blaney qualified third, so that's probably a pretty good bet. All right, Dan and Brian.
All right, I'm going to go with Michael McDowell, the road course there, and then for here at Road America, it's kind of like what they're having in NASCAR. Everybody thinks Alex Palou is going to win the race from the pole here, but I'm going to take a first-time winner, David Malukas, in the 12 car for Penske to pick up his first IndyCar win today.
Okay, for San Diego, I'm going to go with Carson Hocevar, road course extraordinaire.
Outside of the front row.
I know, and he's kind of on a roll there. As far as here, I agree with you, Brian. I think I'm going to go with David Malukas. I think a first-time winner would be kind of cool to see. Palou pretty out in front of everybody else, but you never know in a race like here at Road America. Watch Santino Ferrucci. Be cool to see him when he finished third last year, and the fans in the stands threw him a beer after the race.
Oh gosh, he'll get cases of beer thrown at him if he wins today. There's so many fans for him, and that's an AJ Foyt car. AJ Foyt's got a lot of pull around here. A lot of historic people with IndyCar around here would love to see that. So that'd be cool to see.
They have really great promos for that series on TV. They're phenomenal.
Oh, right outside of where we're doing our show here, they're doing their warm-up show, which is just wrapping up now. They have sofas and stuff set out there. They got a wood-carved bench that James Hinchcliffe is sitting on. I mean, Fox really does a pretty good job of promoting this series. And, the people around this area here that are IndyCar, very IndyCar savvy, really appreciate what they're doing around here.
We made it pretty much all the way through the show without mentioning that Denny Hamlin won his third race in a row last week at Pocono. The lights certainly went on for that team. I don't expect it to stay on today, but then again, odder things have happened. Either way, Hamlin has been absolutely spectacular, you guys. It's keeping in mind, it seems to be a Toyota year. Boy, does that my mouth doesn't even want to say that. Toyotas are kicking every ass, right?
Oh yeah, and I mean they got the technical advantage right now with their car, so it's just a matter of is Chevy and Ford going to pick it up and give them a fight this year before the season's over? I don't know. I sure hope so because I don't want to see a runaway. The first year you go back to this chase format and we get a runaway is really not going to look good.
Perfect. Hey, we're racing on a Navy base in San Diego. Perfect weather, 60 degrees, 0% chance of rain. Green flag is at 3:29. It's the last race on Prime, so it'll be fun to watch. For many of you, I will be seeing you at Slinger Speedway tonight. No, I'm not announcing. I'm drinking beer and enjoying the racing. Woo-hoo! We love that. And here's a little something to remember. Real race cars have doors, even if they do climb in through the windows. Let's Talk NASCAR is produced and directed by Dangerous Dan Margetta. Our engineer is Matt Losi, and for all of us involved, happy Father's Day, everybody.
This program has come to you live from multiple locations. Any and all comments expressed on this show do not necessarily express the opinions of this station, its employees, or advertisers. Your comments are always welcome at mail@ltnradionetwork.com. Find us at facebook.com/LTN Radio Network. And thank you for your support since 1985. Tune in again next Sunday morning at 10 a.m. Central Time for the LTN Hour on the LTN Radio Network.